Hey Sag, we are doing your angel messages for December. Let's see what the angels have to say to you, Sag. I'm not going to keep you here long. We're going to get these messages and we're going to bounce on out of here. If they don't flip, Scorpio, we're going to pluck them, and you got a flipper. Actually, you have two, so let's just take them both. One flipped over and one flipped out. We're going to take them both. Okay. So Scorpio, you got a little conflict here. You got the Five of Wands, so let's just put that guy over there. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles. That makes up for the Five of Wands now, doesn't it? Hold on a minute, though. You got the Six of Gabriel. Oh, you got some good stuff coming in. You got a change here. I feel that. All right. You've done something right. What else? For Sag. Angel messages for Sag. Yeah. All right. Ooh, there we go. The moon. What is the moon doing here? Alrighty. Okay. All right. Ooh, that's too many. All right. Messages for Sag. All right, one more time, Sag. Oh, that's like 3. That's too many. We're gonna keep them. All right. It's 21, but I got 3. That's fine. You just have to be here a little bit longer with me, Sag. It's all right. You can stand it. You hang in there. All right, so we have the Five of Wands. So Sag, we got some conflicts with others caused by opposing opinions. Walk away from drama unless the situation is really worth your time. Then stand up for yourself. Very ambitious people. So, Sag, for some of you, you could be having some conflict, with maybe somebody in your family, and the angels are telling you to walk away from the drama. Walk away from the drama, right? And I feel like this is somebody in your family because you got the Ten of Pentacles that's running up alongside next here, right? And for some of you, you've done just that. You didn't entertain it. So the Ten of Pentacles says financial security for yourself and your family, inheritance or retirement, peace and contentment in your life, honoring family traditions, pride in the family tree, and passing on of knowledge. So it's the holiday time, Sag, so I know we're getting together with our family and friends, and that's when, conflict can kind of come up. Now, again, for most of you, this is family, because the Ten of Pentacles is this rising of family. Doesn't have to be, but that's how I'm feeling it here today. Some of you could have been arguing about money. You could be because inheritance is here. But I feel like some of you did walk away, right? Because, you want peace in your life. Like the card says, peace and contentment in life, and that's what vibe, Sag, you're on right now. So, maybe over turkey dinner, some of you got into maybe a disagreement or a conflict with someone in your family, or maybe this is going to be, some of the energy that'll be moving in December, because this is a December angel reading. You got the Six of Gabriel here, so this is congratulations. You've done a wonderful job. Time to move to the next project, awards, scholarships, and promotions. So for some of you in December, Sag, you are getting some type of recognition here about a job well done. Some type of congratulation here, right? But for others of you, you've walked away, probably from some type of conflict, because you're just like, look, I'm kind of over this. I'm above this. You're patting yourself on the back because maybe in the past, Sag, you entertained some of this conflict that, normally you may have not walked away from, maybe arguments in the past with family that you probably sit there and argue with them until you don't have any breath left. But now you're just like, man, nah, I'm moving on from this. Like, I've grown up. I just want peace and contentment in my life. I really don't have time for this. So Sag, and angels are telling you to walk away from conflict. So you have the moon here, and this is important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. So for some of you, I'm just about to sound real petty, but for some of you, maybe you found out some family members may have been like, holding some secrets, talking behind your back, You know, maybe there was an argument over family money here, because the next card you have here is savings, and you have the Ten of Pentacles here. So this could have been an argument and a conflict with family and or friends or anybody, you know, about finances. And be mindful, because if this haven't happened and you know you about to come up, you know, for Christmas, and you may be entertaining family members and friends, and you know, like there may be a topic that comes up about money and things like that, just avoid it, right? Angels are saying don't waste your time. So you got savings. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self. It literally says self. You do your future self, I think it needs to say, a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So for some of you, you could get into a disagreement over money. You know, maybe, you know, you ain't trying to come up off of, you know, money, you know, to give to maybe people that, you know, you have, you know, helped before. You have face your financial fears. You know, here, so let's see what this says. It says, when you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears. And you got the moon here. So maybe you guys are feeling like, you know, some type of fear about money or being exposed. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness. And you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled, and release these self-doubts. Now, for some of you, Scorpio, Sag, if you are, you know, arguing with family over your finances, number one, you know, that's none of their business. You know, you live the way you choose to live. If some of you are arguing with family members because, you know, they don't like the way you're spending your money, right? Maybe you're being wasteful in their eyes, or maybe you're running through your family inheritance. Like, you know, I really can't comment on that. You know, if you're running through the family inheritance, like I'm not in your family, so I really can't really, you know, speak on that. You know, and maybe for some of you, maybe you just hiding your money, you know, from some of your family members. Maybe you hiding your inheritance, you know, and, you know, you've been handling your money right, but then you got other family members who may have blown through their stuff, and now, you know, they trying to get, you know, something out of you, Sag. So you have conscious consumer. You have the power to heal and help the world with your decision to buy only products and services that are ethical and environmentally friendly. As a conscious consumer, you choose to invest in fair trade and organic goods. You live simply and you purchase only what you need, right? So some of you, the message, you know, here is, it's like, for some of you, this is just you, right? You live environmentally friendly. You know, you realize, you know, by facing, you know, fears you may have had with finances, that if I, you know, spend less, I'll save more, because you have savings here. So for some of you, angels are telling you, good freaking job, Scorpio, with maintaining, you know, your budget, your savings, being economical, putting money to the side, you know, to invest in the future, you know, of your family, and so on and so on. You got a lot of fears here. For some of you, you may have some fears, you know, with money coming up, maybe around the holidays. You know, you may feel like you have to spend a little bit more, and maybe for some of you, you kind of don't want to do that, you know, and maybe this is going to piss your kids off or something, you know, like, hey guys, like, we're being conscious consumers this year, boys and girls. You know, we're going to save money. We're going to save money. You know, we're going to be conscious consumers, you know, and we're going to face, you know, our financial fears here, because it's nothing wrong with not buying a shitload of toys, you know, and stuff for a holiday that's making the man rich, right? That's just my opinion. Would take that back, but I truly mean it, you know. And then this may not be, you know, all of you, but, you know, if you're arguing back and forth with, you know, like with your significant other or your family about what you're spending for the holidays and things like that, you know, for some of you, you probably got to jump in there and be like, yo, it's what I said. We ain't going to do it. Sag, I'm going to grab another one of these because I just feel guided to do so. Yeah, balance. I know I felt guided to do so. you know, for some of you, this is definitely about that. You may be, you know, having to, set some boundaries in your household. Like, yeah, we're spending way too much money, and the angels are telling you to save, be a conscious consumer, right? Turn some of the lights out at night, right? You don't need the outside lamp on, Sag, unless you're expecting someone to come home that needs to see how to get in the house, whatever, stuff like that, yeah, balance. The need for balance and moderation. It says cooperation and compromise, wait for the perfect timing. So that's what you got. I don't know if I showed that to you, but that is the card of balance. So yeah, here we go. Very nice, Sag. Some of you are saving, consuming, just doing what you know is right when it comes to what is right for your finances. Like, you know better with the moon. Like, you feeling this. You're just like, yo, like, I've been up thinking about this. I really feel like, we need to, cut back, just a little bit. And some of your family may not like that, and you may get into a little bit of a discussion or argument, possibly maybe even with your significant other about cutting back on spending, or maybe your significant other is, coming down on you. I don't know. But in December, you got the Six of Pentacles here. Like, seriously, guys, like, this is giving and receiving. This is being charitable, making sure that you are being taken care of, making sure you and your family have what you need. You got the Three of Wands here. Some of you could be traveling for the holidays, and so you're kind of setting back. You're cutting back, so that you can make a trip. The Six of Pentacles is also about giving and sharing. And again, it's okay to give and share, but, not at the expense that you're going through your savings, Sag. You got the Hermit here. So, you may have to withdraw, just a little bit, right? Maybe sit back and reflect on, how much you want to, spend, how much you want to put out, how much you want to spend. You got World here. You got the World here. So how much do we want to spend on this trip? So some of you may be looking into this. What do I have to spend to go visit my, my family across town and things like that? There's some type of change here, though, with the World, and I feel like it's, for a lot of you, is balancing your expenditures for the month of December. You got the Knight of Wands. Some of you are like really, and you got the Devil to follow it. Some of you guys with the Knight of Wands, you are serious about this. Like, you're really driven, to make sure that, you are being honest with yourself about your finances, like facing your fears, like, hey, we may not have enough to make this trip. Kids, maybe we should stay home, for the holidays. And with the Devil here, you may be getting some pushback, from some of your family members, right? They may feel like you're restricting them in some way, shape, or form when it comes to, like, what they can spend and what they can't spend. But with the Three of Wands here, you guys are looking at the big picture. You're not just looking at the holidays, or you're just not looking at, small things. Like, you're looking at, like, hey, what if we need to take a vacation? We need to have the money to do it. So Sag, the angels are telling you that, hey, you're on the right path when it comes to your finances, right? You've really thought about this with the Hermit here. You really spent some time and thought about, like, what you can do to change. For some of you, this is literally a trip. You guys are like going on a trip. You may be going to, spend some time, but because you got the Three of Wands here, that's like relocation and travel. You got the World here, that's traveling, as well. You got the Knight of Wands, that's all about taking some type of trip or adventure. So you could be traveling, but some of you want to be honest with yourself, like, yo, I want to make sure we have what we need, because I'm not trying to come back from this trip broke. So let's get you one more, Sag. So the angels are telling you, like, good job being conscious about your spending. You got Temperance. You got balance again. You got Temperance. Yes. Congratulations, right? You are, serving a purpose here for those of you who are consciously, consumers, like ones that are taking your grocery bags to the store instead of using the plastic bags. You're doing the reusable ones. Like, you're living in moderation. I feel like this whole reading is about living in moderation in some way, shape, or form. and maybe even getting pushback, you know, from other Sag. But you have to, you know, put your foot down and take control over this, because I feel like, you know, this is going to bring in balance in your finances, your savings, you know, and allow some flexibility with that. You got the Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Like, yes, this is you making the decision about juggling your life and your money, your finances and things like that. You know, you're trying to avoid, you know, the ups and downs that come with when you overspend and things like that. So, all right, Sag, we ain't gonna drill you with it. All right, let's go. Let's get some more messages here for you guys. And then we're gonna walk on out of here. I like this, like balance and savings. What am I gonna name this video, Sag? You know. All right, what else? Yeah, so you got the Four of Cups here. So for some, you know, they're gonna be like, you know, I don't want those no frill cereals, Sag. You know, I don't want to stay home, you know, for the holidays, you know. You know, for some, they maybe feel like they're missing out, you know, if you guys aren't eating out every night or spending an excessive amount of money on stuff that you may feel like you don't need. You got the Seven of Wands here. Like, yeah, who wants to feel like, you know, every time, you know, a bill comes in that, you know, you have to, you know, be worried about it, be stressed about it. And, you know, and for some of you, you see how he fighting with all them sticks. Like, this is you, you know, probably fighting off some of your family members, you know, or you having to defend yourself, Sag, about the questions that, I mean, not the questions, about the decisions you guys are making when it comes to your finances, saving. Daggone kids don't want to save, huh? All right, I get it. All right, what else for Sag? Yeah, got it. All right, so you got the Page of Cups. So you guys, you know, for some of you, you know, it's not like, you know, you're not extending, you know, other opportunities to your family. Like, you may be saying like, hey, you know, instead of going to Disney, you know, this year, you know, how about I offer you guys, you know, maybe a trip to Six Flags. I don't know. Oh, look, you got the Knight of Cups and you got the Page of Cups. Like, yeah, you guys are taking action, right? I feel like, you know, you're going one way, Sag, like, hey, you know, here's what I'm going to offer you guys, and whether you like it or not, this is how we're going to live. You know, you're taking action to make these changes, right? You're coming in on your horse, and you have, you know, you got stuff in the cup. You know, you have stuff that you're trying to, you know, that you're offering, you know, your family. You know, the well isn't dry. You know, but I feel like, you know, instead of eating steaks every night, you know, it may be, you know, maybe having some fish. You know, fish is good for you. So you're offering, you know, other options here. This is like way too many. You got the Ace of Wands. So yeah, you're offering other options, Sag. You're definitely, you know, saying, hey, like, we can do this. There are ways to save, to budget, and things like that, and you're taking action to do so with this Knight here. And judgment has been made. The decision has been made. Sag, you're putting your foot down, right? Look, Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Y'all going to eat this no frills, and you're going to be happy. You see this? This is the Ten of Cups. They're going to be happy. And that's just that. Sag, you're putting your foot down. So you're being economical right now. You're being a conscious consumer. You're trying to put some money in your account, and that's just that. All right, what else for Sag? And then we will head off on out of here. Opportunities. So it says here, an important offer will be made. I do see an offer here of some kind. Be prepared to dress to impress. All right. What else for Sag? You're offering other opportunities, whether they like it or not, Sag, right? Wisdom. Yeah, see, wisdom. You're being wise about this. It says to focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from the older person, which will allow you to move on. So, Sag, you're the older person, right? You're the one that's coming in with this wisdom so that you guys can move forward and to enjoy in life, you know, just a little bit better, right? You know, with this, with the Four Cups, this is whether they like it or not. you've definitely, you know, kind of made the decision, you know, with Judgment here. You've made the decision and you put your foot down and you've already executed the plan with this Knight of Swords here, whether they like it or not. You've offered them other things, you know, there's other opportunities, other things where you can have fun, you know, still, you know, not living like, you know, Ebenezer Scrooge and whatnot, you know, there's still plenty of bounty here, you know, but you're just, you know, toning it down a notch. So, Sag, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed your angel messages.